From the College of Journalism and Communications at the University of Florida, this is the Reptile Report.
Welcome to WUFT's Reptile Report. I'm Bryce Mitchell.
And I'm Madison Walker. Thanks for joining us. Florida Gators football ended its season last weekend against the Florida State Seminoles. Ethan Ibe takes an inside look at the rivalry and recaps the game.
The next chapter in Florida and Florida State's historic rivalry was written last Saturday night in the Swamp. The rivalry dates back to 1958 and has treated both sides to some of the best action college football has to offer. Who could forget the 1997 Sugar Bowl that saw Florida claim its first national championship over Florida State, or the Tim Tebow blood jersey of 2008? The days of Spurrier against Bowden have come and gone.
God has smiled on the Gators, no question about it.
With the Napier versus Norvell era now in full swing. With the Gators looking to secure bowl eligibility and the Seminoles eyeing a perfect regular season, both teams were forced to start backup quarterbacks Max Brown and Tate Rodemaker after Graham Mertz and Jordan Travis went down with season-ending injuries the week prior. Florida dominated the first half of the game thanks to a Montrell Johnson Jr. touchdown and a strong showing from its defense. Florida State running back Trey Benson found the end zone at the very end of the first half and scored twice more in the second half to lift the Seminoles to victory 24-15. The night wasn't a total loss for the Gators, as they welcomed Tebow back to the Swamp for an on-field presentation from the head ball coach, welcoming him to the College Football Hall of Fame. The offseason now begins for Billy Napier and the Gators, who finished 5-7 and did not qualify for a bowl game. Ethan Ibe, Reptile Report.
Beach volleyball is a growing sport in the U.S. with over 4.1 million players in 2022. I had the chance to sit down with the president of the beach volleyball team to get an inside look on one of the most popular club sports here at UF.
The UF Beach Volleyball Club is making waves in sunny Gainesville as they train, compete, and build a community on the sandy courts. Paige Anderson is this year's club president, and she's been playing volleyball since 4th grade. She became more passionate about the sport after experiencing the UF club team.
So I actually started as the community service chair last year, and so that kind of helped me get a little bit involved in the club and kind of meet some more people and grow to love the sport more, and then I ultimately became the president this year through that. It kind of just happened to be that I became the president this year. Things just kind of fell into play, but just I love the club so much. I love the people. I've truly met my best friends through this sport.
The club has 130 active members between the A and B teams, as well as 150 members on the less active C team. Paige and her male co-president preside over all 3 teams.
Basically, as presidents, our role is mainly to kind of stay organized and delegate responsibilities to others. Obviously, we do a lot of stuff too, but it's mostly just staying on top, making sure the club is organized and meeting the standards and goals that we want to accomplish.
Jesus Ramos and other members have praised the inclusive and refreshing leadership on the team, emphasizing the unique ability to engage seamlessly with both the male and female presidents.
I think everybody makes a good effort to get to know one another and make sure everybody's having a good time, and they make it so everyone tries to better themselves.
The beach volleyball season is year-round, with the team hosting tournaments as well as visiting other teams, but the week-to-week prep is always consistent.
Eating healthy, like the week before, eating clean, and then also trying to play as much volleyball as I can with my partner and playing against different teams just so we get to experience different styles of play and different levels of experience.
We really try to stay focused and stay engaged at practice, but we also want to keep it lighthearted so that going into tournaments people aren't burnt out but are still at the level that they want to be.
The club has already navigated through 6 tournaments this fall, strategically laying the groundwork and prep for the upcoming competitions this winter. This is Bryce Mitchell for Reptile Report.
The University of Florida club golf team just finished up their trip to Mississippi for nationals. I had a chance to talk to some of the members of the team about their experience.
The University of Florida club golf team is a group open to UF students to give them a chance to be competitive with something they love at school. The club team hosts practices on campus along with going to tournaments and regional qualifiers. The team just finished up their trip to the NCCGA National Championships in Mississippi. Florida was near the top of the leaderboard the whole weekend, but it appeared they were going to fall just short.
We're watching the live scoring, and we see that, we're like 1 or 2 shots back from first, but we're still waiting for scores to be put in.
But when the final group rolled in, they discovered they would get one more shot at the championship.
When I came in, everybody thought we lost by 1. So when I told them like my actual score, that the live scoring was wrong, like everybody went crazy. Like Thomas started jumping up and going insane because he knew we were going into a playoff.
The group doesn't have any more tournaments this semester, but the team is looking forward to getting another chance at nationals next season in Oklahoma.
We're going to run it back in Oklahoma. We're looking forward to that.
For Reptile Report, I'm Madison Walker.
Coming up, Reptile Report, we take a look at UF's club cheer and rugby teams.
Plus, we take a look at the Pilates trend growing in Gainesville.
UF Club Cheer is hosting their second annual Gator Town Showdown, a middle and high school cheerleading competition on December 2nd. Reptile Report's Scarlett Cooney checked out what the competition is all about.
UF Club Cheer is hosting its second annual Gator Town Showdown event on December 2nd at the Alachua County Sports and Events Center. The showdown is a middle and high school cheerleading competition. Sophomore Olivia Ramsey said the showdown is an opportunity for the club team to connect with younger cheerleaders who look up to them.
Not only is it a way for us to get our name out there, but they also look up to us. In a sense, they see us perform at nationals, they ask us for pictures at all-star competitions. So for them to be able to speak to us directly is a very important part of who we are as a club.
Club Cheer is also looking forward to their competition season in the spring. They're excited to compete at the NCAA College Nationals in April and hopefully improve upon their performance from last season. Senior Nikki Ogden serves as the club's vice president. She said despite the team's 10th place division finish last season, just competing in nationals made the whole season worth it.
It was really well. It was definitely the best this program has done so far. For me, because I'm picky like that. We didn't place where I thought that we should have, but we do compete in the largest division. There were 27 teams in our division last year, and we were 10th, so pretty decent. But nationals is always a lot of fun, and it makes everything worth it. So,
Club Cheer will start its competition season in the spring, all on the road to nationals. For Reptile Report, I'm Scarlett Cooney.
The men's club rugby team here at UF has a rich history of competing in the state of Florida. Reptile Report's Daniel Haviv unpacked what the club offers to students.
The UF men's club rugby team, established in 1969, a club with rich tradition and a history of winning in the state of Florida. Rugby is a sport that's not as mainstream in the U.S., but it's growing, and here at the University of Florida, it's under the right leadership.
With rugby, it kind of keeps you honest. If you don't work for it, you're not going to get any better. The harder you work, the more rewards you get out of it, the camaraderie, the friendships that you develop. We find that there's quite a few companies that have found out that rugby players wind up being great in the professional world because they're not afraid of doing the hard work to get to where they're going to go. It's kind of hard to just hide, not do anything, and be successful in this game. And it's a team game. No one player makes the difference. It's all about working as a team, and the best team will win, even if you don't have the best players.
Not only does rugby provide a great workout, but it's also the foundation to long-lasting friendships.
This kind of gives me something to work towards, something to keep me motivated, to have fun every day. It's great because I've met a lot of friends out here. A lot of my friends I've met at UF have come through rugby. So it's great just to meet people that I never would have met otherwise because we have so many different majors and walks of life, but everybody comes together here. So it's great to meet people from different majors, different countries, speak different languages. So it's really cool in just terms of the social aspect of it.
The UF men's club rugby team practices here at Hume Field on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. They prioritize conditioning, teamwork, and preparation for matchups against other local programs.
Many of these practices welcome in new members, some who have never played a second of rugby before.
The exciting part is we get to teach a lot of new players rugby. Over the past few years, in the last 2 years, we've probably had at least 20 to 30 guys that came through that had never played rugby before. So we got a chance to teach them a new sport, in my opinion, the best sport in the world.
Practices are intense and they work on a variety of different things.
We kind of work on anything from our basics to game plan to just full-on scrimmages sometimes, get to understand the flow of the game. For a lot of the new people, that is a huge thing, because like any sport, we can tell you all about it, but until you are on the field playing, there's really nothing else like it. So we like to kind of cover everything.
The club rugby team is one of its kind and a great way to get involved on campus with some competition. Reporting from Hume Field, Daniel Haviv, Reptile Report.
Pilates is a workout on the rise for college students around the country. Apex High Intensity Pilates is getting a lot of attention here at UF. Reptile Report's Lauren Halpern got the chance to get some insight on the new trend.
Pilates is a low-impact workout that's growing rapidly across the country. It targets strength and flexibility and consumers' sense of well-being. Here in Gainesville, Apex has seen Pilates fans throughout their journey to more sculpted muscles. Avid Apex goer Katie Park reflects on her experience thus far.
So at the beginning of this school year, my friends and I kind of just all decided that we wanted to try Pilates. None of us had really ever been consistent in it. I'd always done like hard-hitting running, soccer, like weightlifting, kind of hit cycle, like hard on the joints kind of a thing. So I'd never done an exercise where I like felt like I was getting a good workout, but at the same time like I felt stronger coming out of it. So Pilates has helped like build up my joints and like ligaments and all that, while also building other muscles as well. It's fun because going with your friends that you already have, you know, I've been able to work out with people who have never wanted to go on a run with me before, so that's been fun. But then also we've met a lot of new instructors, which is cool because now every time we go to their class, they know us by name. Or there's like the same group of girls that go to the same class every single week at the same time. So I've definitely met a lot of new friends too, which is fun.
Apex High Intensity Pilates has gotten extremely popular among students of all kinds at the University of Florida, and instructors are loving the young energy in each and every class. I got the chance to sit down with Sarah Welsh, an instructor at Apex, to discuss this further.
It definitely shifted the energy just because it is a small studio, so there's only 10 machines, so it did create really high demand, and there wasn't as much supply, so it was kind of causing a backlog, and it was really hard for people to sign up. From a business perspective, there was definitely the juggling of like, who do you want to be your target consumer? How do you satisfy both groups within the market? It invited and encouraged more younger instructors, I think, and then also older instructors that had kind of gotten used to their typical clients. Like, it challenged them to, okay, these are an entirely new group of people that have never done this, because it's not a modality that like is typical. Now they do a huge thing with Florida athletes, and like the football players go in. Big, strong linemen are now coming in and shaking within 2 seconds. And it's just like a really cool kind of, you got sorority members, you got people who are 80 in there kicking butt, and then you have like these huge athletes that can't even like hold themselves up.
The welcoming community of Apex encourages those who are on the fence about a membership to try it out, as they're excited about expanding the studio soon. I'm Lauren Halpern, and this is your Reptile Report.
That's all for this episode of Reptile Report.
If you want to watch previous episodes of Reptile Report, you can follow us at Reptile Report TV.